And the series behind me, I've been working on for coming up on 3 years. It really actually started about 6 years ago, back when I was working at the Legoland in Melbourne as a master model builder, and I built a couple of lightsabers for a Star Wars promotion we were doing. I had those designs in the back of my head for about 2-3 years, until coincidentally just before COVID, I decided I wanted to get stuck into building those again, popped them online, about 3 to 4 of them, and they got quite a positive response and people wanted to build them. And so I started making instructions for the builds and started getting requests on, well, can you try this character? Would you be interested in this one? And then of course with 2020 and the pandemic hits, I had nothing but time up my sleeve, and so it was the perfect opportunity to get started into making the series that ended up behind me. So what started as about 4 lightsaber hilts has grown to 77 on the total display, with about 12 bladed versions and 60 total designs captured, a few with different versions. I've been building Lego since I was about 5 years old, and I was given one of those assorted tubs and the Bionicle Toatahu. My dad back in the day, in the 80s, also was very into Lego with the classic space, so it's been passed down to me a bit through the generations. I've always been a big fan of Star Wars, like my dad passed that on to me as well, and when Lego Star Wars came out in the early 90s, I was quite young, and the perfect sort of age to get stuck into building Lego Star Wars, and that love has persisted really ever since. I would always recommend, if you're looking to get started and you feel a bit lost, take a set that exists and modify it in some way, either to turn the core of it into something different or to maybe improve it, like Star Wars, take a ship and make it a little bit more screen accurate. Because if you're starting from a core, you don't have to start from scratch, and you can practice your skills and see how those shapes develop. There's fantastic communities like Reddit and Instagram, Flickr, and a few other places where people are sharing their builds and their techniques. Facebook groups are a growing part of this as well, so if you're stuck on how to make a certain connection, it's worth reaching out to that wider community and asking for a bit of assistance there. Another really good website, which I've seen, is Rebrickable, where people upload their own instructions for even sometimes taking a set and turning it into a completely different build. So you have all the parts you needed to get started, but you might not know what to do. And there's so many examples on Rebrickable and free instructions of designers taking these kits and showing you just what can be accomplished. So that would be my recommendation. Start with a set and either try and turn that into something new or tinker with that to get something that's a little bit better into your taste. Once you've built a few sets or you've tried a few other people's instructions, it helps you formulate your own ideas and maybe think that you can approach something in a little bit of a different